Okay, good evening, everyone. Our speaker today is Mr. Kene Enemo. He's here to share some little tidbits on marketing, how we can market ourselves as teachers so that we know how to put ourselves out at market. All right, Mr. Kene, over to you. Good to have you.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Okay, my name is Kene Enemuo, and today, uh, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Please,
Yes,
can you see what I'm presenting?
yes, I can. It's the flyer.
Okay, okay, thank you. So
Yeah.
today, the professional teacher in the 21st. I want to thank the host. I want to start by thanking the host, Miss Rahina. I also want to thank the participants of this training presentation. But I assure you, at the end of the presentation, you are going to pick something very relevant. You might pick a lot of things, but you pick at least one thing that will be relevant. And I try to make it brief. I also try to use simplified languages so that we can understand and communicate more effectively.
All right, thank you.
Q&A, question and answers are allowed. If possible,
Okay.
it can be interactive. Um, okay, let's start. The teacher in the 21st century. This should be known by most all teachers. A
Yeah.
controller who takes charge of the classroom, a prompter who encourages students to participate, as a resource, a consultant who is consulted on a plethora of issues, the assessor who corrects students and gives assessments, organizer who organizes the class for proper engagement and demonstrations, a participant who leads the class, and a tutor. Those are the roles of the teacher. But we're looking at the problem. How do you market yourself in the 21st century if you're a teacher, or even if you're not a teacher? Let's look at teaching, as this is a teaching based underpin. Over 150 million Nigerians are illiterate. That is very, very high. It means educational outcomes have not been met.
Mhm.
United Nations Sustainable Development Goals supports the reduction in uh, gaps in education. Then there's what we call HDI, Human Development Index.
Yeah.
Nigeria scores very low, and a big part of Human Development Index has education as one of its criteria. That's a big problem. So teachers, and in fact everybody, has to think globally. Why? In the past, the world was not digital, but right now the world is, there are billions of people online. By 1975, about 1980, a 5 MB, that's 5 megabyte, 5 MB computer cost about $6,000.
Wow.
Now, if you want to buy 1 terabyte of storage, you cannot buy it $6,000. Maybe 20, 10,000. It won't be $6,000. $6,000 is about 9, 10 million. But right now, there are computers everywhere.
Yeah.
So people have to be technologically knowledgeable, collaborate in projects, and adopt creative approaches. The first step in any problem, okay, this is important. The first step in any challenge is to identify the problem.
Hmm.
So the problem identified, deliberate on the problem with a plan with stakeholders. That's step 2. Identify the problem, set up a goal-centered team with internal and external stakeholders, plan the vision, align with everybody, communicate the vision, implement the plan, monitor and evaluation. We will come across this as we're going ahead. Marketing yourself as a brand. Firstly, let me use anybody as an example. You want to market yourself as a brand. To become a brand, you first have to interrogate SWOT. SWOT is an acronym of for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. You have to first of all know what you can produce or what you have in you before you can become a brand. Apple is known for its presumed quality and luxury. Mercedes-Benz is known for its safety and luxury. You as a brand, it's possible you are known for your efficiency or the amount of pass rate in your teaching, administration. Okay, I'm strong in um, sales, I'm strong in marketing, I'm strong in teaching, whatever you're strong in. Then your weaknesses. There's nobody, everybody has weaknesses. What are you weak in? Are you shy? Or don't you like selling? So you look at those weaknesses. Then the opportunities. The opportunities means that there are problems waiting to be solved. For example, as we identified, there are 140 million Nigerians that are illiterate. So there are gaps. This has to be closed. There are people that have money, rich parents, but their children don't pass exams. They are ready to pay any amount for their children to pass. That means they are ready to accept tutors, so to say. So there are opportunities. Threats. What are the threats? Is there any political unrest? Whatever. So when you are done with that, that's the first stage. For any problem, this is not just for teaching. Any problem, interrogate the threats. Then streamline it. Your positives are your strengths and your opportunities. Your strengths and opportunities are your negatives are your weaknesses and your threats. There are some other analysis. PESTLE. It looks at the political, economic, social, cultural, technological, legal changes. It's basically the same thing. Political looks like, for example, you want to do whatever you're doing, a brand, you want to market yourself as a brand. Political. During political unrest is very difficult to market yourself as a brand. For example, NSAS, coup d'etat. These are political unrest. You can't market yourself as a brand here. No brand can even open their shop. So that's political, economic, socio-cultural, legal. Illegal looks at the covenants. For example, you're a teacher. Do you have any covenants that prohibit you? Do you have any covenants that prohibit you from taking some certain actions? Possibly you want to do some lessons online, Google Classroom for other students in other schools. Are there legal covenants that you signed with your employer? Assuming you have no employer, is there anything prohibiting you from taking certain decisions? That's legal. So that's one. When you've interrogated your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, you show. Another step is to show your key performance indices and metrics that drive your UVP and USP. I want to, it's simplified. Unique selling point is just whatever is unique in you. That strong point in you is your unique selling point. The strong value in you is your unique value point. So, in a nutshell, whatever you are doing, you must link your skills as an individual or a brand. You must link your skills to the mission and vision and objectives that you hope to achieve or the organization hopes to achieve. You provide value, you will make money. I'll take it again. You have some certain skills: problem solving, great teaching, reliability, fast, whatever your skill is, good in marketing, good in sales. Link those skills with the mission and vision of either your organization. If you're not working with an organization, then with your objective. Those skills will be linked with the mission and vision that you have and objectives. Then provide value. Provide value. You will make money. That's how you market yourself as a brand. The third stage, you have to have a professional online. Why must you be online? Because there are billions of people online. Billions. The internet, when merged with technology, you can move speed at unimaginable proportions. For example, we are here, beautiful people. We have, let's say, we have Miss Roina, we have Miss Praise, Mr. Johanna, we have Miss Arit, we have, think,
For
another person for whole day. So this is possible because of technology.
mm,
We don't have to rent any room. We don't have to. Um, the alternative is to rent a hall, go there, get rent a gen, get a blackboard, rent a projector, get speakers. But now we can go online. That's what you should be doing. Then networking and collaboration. You have to partner with people. You can't do it alone. There's something I know that Miss Rohina doesn't know. There's something and some people Miss Rohina knows that I don't know. There are people that Miss Rohina knows that the president Emilokon does not know. So you have to partner with people. You can't. Nobody knows it all. Nobody. You have to partner with people. Partnering in the sense, there's a way. You are a teacher. You are teaching math. You have somebody that is good in English. You have somebody else that is good in government. Somebody else good in econs, commerce. You can come together, form a hub. Because students
mm.
take these courses when they
Yeah.
want to seek admission.
Mm,
So you can partner with them. Now, most parents might not want just one course, they want 5. So you
yeah.
brought a consortium. Sometimes you are not even a teacher. You hire 5 people, you get them to teach people, and you pay them while you collect money from the parents. And guess what? It could be online. It could be
Yeah.
online. I'm using teaching as an example. It could be online
Mm,
because now the world has. It could be online. You don't need a physical class. It could be online. Put them on, and you collect money.
yeah.
And people are ready to pay higher amounts for better value. When you offer value, never talk price, talk value.
Mm,
Talk value. That means as a teacher, you need to meet your metrics. You need to show that people you have trained have grown, or their pass rate is very high. They don't need to get 100%. If you pick a student that came from IDP camp, and when he came, he was just 10%, and you grew him to 50%, that's remarkable.
yeah.
Yes, it's not 100, but you actually grew somebody that was barely literate to 50. That's a growth rate. Then you are consistent. Another step is identifying your audience. When you want to market your brand, who is your target audience? Not everybody buys everything. Mr. Dangote, for example, a Nigerian, he did not buy any house in Cotonou, Ghana, or London. He doesn't have any house abroad. So when rich realtors go, we're looking for Dangote, he's rich. He might be rich, but he's not part of the audience. The same thing with teaching. There's let's say let's call it a brand. You want to brand yourself and market yourself. You need an audience because not everybody will buy what you want.
Yeah.
So you need to identify your audience. How do you identify your audience? Research, the same thing. You do research and you do your psychographics and demographics. Demographics is just about what is their age, income group, where do they stay, how much do they earn, are they male or female? Those are important issues. Are you delivering your products to male or female? What's their age group? Where do they stay? What location? What are their buying habits? Are they Muslims that buy salar ram? Are they Christians that buy chicken, turkey? That's what you should identify your audience. I didn't really want to put this LOC, but I just want to highlight it. The LOC is locus of control. People with high LOC, they are the best people to be manage and market their brand and sell themselves, because people high in locus of control, they make things happen. They believe that they are destined to make things happen. People with low locus of control, that's LOC, wait for things to happen. Is this just to say they are self-started? They don't wait for much directive. They get a lot of direct, but they are self-started. So people with high LOC, they normally succeed. They are the best for transformational change. Tomorrow cannot wait. You have to take all the action today because tomorrow be too late. I took the presentation in 2 parts: teachers, marketing your brand. Okay, the final part is selling yourself. When selling yourself, you have to communicate effectively. Your diction, your speech, the first 5 seconds, the first 30 seconds, the first 1 minute matters a lot. Communicate effectively. If you are a teacher, you have to communicate effectively with your students because students copy. And you communicate and tailor fit your speech to the audience you are talking to so that the content and the information will be properly received. Sometimes people mix up issues. Somebody can be a professor, but he might not be a good teacher. You might be a professor of mathematics. You will not be able to teach primary school students maths. You'll be able to talk, but you will not be able to teach them professionally. You'll be able to write on the board, talk to them, show them what to do. But imparting knowledge professionally, you can't, because teaching is not talking. And Professor Fapami in 1979, Unilag, he said, and I quote, anybody, any teacher that has mass failure in his class and says this course was hot, it wasn't the students that failed, it's the lecturer that failed.
Yeah.
Because you failed to impart knowledge. You were paid to impart knowledge. You failed. So there's nothing like, oh, this course was very hot. People fail. No, you are the failure, because if you cannot impart knowledge, then you have failed.
Yeah.
So we can, as we said, tailor fit your activities. Tailor fit whatever you are selling as a brand. It might be content, it might be goods, it might be teaching services, it might be you want to start a lesson online. You want to go to Google Classroom, then call other students. Okay, 4 students, you pay 250,000. That's 1 million. Whatever you want to start, put it in mind that you have to tailor fit your activities to the needs of the audience. Don't market what you like. Investigate by doing a SWOT, whatever kind of investigation, age group, whatever, educational background, whatever. Tailor fit what you are doing or marketing or selling to the needs of the audience. When you supply people what they need, their needs, preferences, wants, and desires, you provide value, you will make money and there will be productivity.
Yeah.
Meet your key metrics. Thank you very much, man. Meet your key metrics. As a teacher, for example, what's your pass rate? What growth and development? How many students have you trained over the years? What was their outcome in exams? It's not enough for a school to have best students. Oh, our school had the students that scored the best in social and common entrance, JAM, primary school, first living certificate. No. The whole school in general, what did they score? What was the pass rate? It was producing just one student that is the best and others are not good or below 50. No. Everybody has to be good. This is the interesting part of the presentation, because now we are going to everyday English. I like my presentation in everyday English we can relate with.
Yeah.
Please be strategic while selling. Ladies and gentlemen, are you here with me?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Please be strategic while selling. Ladies and gentlemen, please, do you know 50 Cent and Chino Achebe?
Yeah. Yes.
50 Cent is an artist in America. Chino
Yeah.
Achebe, he wrote Things Fall Apart, a
Yes.
very prolific novel. So
Yeah.
50 Cent wanted to act a film and wanted a film called Things Fall Apart. He approached Mr. Achebe, who had copyrighted Things Fall Apart, the book he wrote.
Yeah.
Chino Achebe said, no. You cannot use my name. You cannot use my name. So 50 Cent simply used the name All Things Fall Apart. Achebe does not have copyright for All Things Fall Apart. He only has copyright for Things Fall Apart. Achebe lost 1.6 billion. Do you think Achebe was right? I think he wasn't right, because he had poor people in his village. He would have 1.6 billion. They achieved their aim. He did not get anything. They are not using the name of his book. They just wanted to use the title of his book. The film they actually has nothing to do with his book. And we pay. He could even have negotiated. I want $2 million. They will give him.
Yeah.
1.6 billion means 1 million naira for 1,600 people. And there are poor people in his village. Be strategic while selling. Ladies and gentlemen, Netflix was offered to Blockbuster some years ago for $50 million. They rejected it and said, what good can come out of Netflix? As of today, Netflix is worth about $293 billion from $50 million that was rejected to buy. They refused to buy Netflix for $50 million some years ago. Today, Netflix is worth $293 billion. You have to be strategic when you are selling. Look out for opportunities.
I know this
Yahoo refused to buy Google in 1998 for $1 million. Google is now worth $2 trillion. $2
Why?
trillion.
Yahoo.
Yahoo didn't buy it for $1 million. Google is worth $2 trillion. Kodak in 1975 invented the digital camera. They were making profits of 16 billion as far back as $16 billion in 1996. Today, they are not making up to $57 million because they refused to bring out the technology. They hid the technology from the world. Sony brought out digital camera. Kodak films collapsed. So they were not strategic. They were the first. Being the first does not mean you'll be the best. They were the
Yes.
first to bring out the digital camera. But they hid it from the world in 1975. Sony, their staff went to Sony. Sony now brought up, that's why in the past you see a lot of digital cameras, Sony cameras, they started selling. Nobody was printing again. Our phones have cameras. So Kodak films were no longer being printed and Kodak collapsed because they refused to strategically sell in the market and market their brands appropriately. 1998, Nokia was the best mobile phone company in the world. But they refused to change from Symbian technology. They refused to sell the right product. They refused to meet the needs and wishes and preferences of their audience. They refused to link their skills to the objectives and mission and vision of the brand or the organization. What happened? Today, Nokia phones from about $4 billion in 99, they are not even making up to 700 million. They've gone down. From Nokia had like 90% of the market. Right now, Nokia is not up to 10%. I can bet you nobody here is using a Nokia phone, most likely. So the key takeaways, we're ending the presentation. I want to thank you all. You're free to ask questions. The slide is also available if you need it. Key takeaways for branding. Selling and marketing, they're not the same. In layman terms, what is selling? Offering a product through a channel to a consumer who pays for it. That is sales. Anybody who purchases something through a channel, either directly or a channel, and pays for it, that is sales. It's complete when money is collected from the customer. But marketing is part of the sales process. Marketing makes sales easier. Marketing is what is involved in branding, what is involved in adverts, what is involved in consumer behavior, investigating consumer behavior to know, okay, how old are they? That's market. It aids the sales process. It makes it easier. So what are the key takeaways? Link your mission and vision and objective to the needs of the audience while providing value. This is very, very important. Pricing is not a problem. Azul champagne in Abuja is 3 million, 1.5 to 3 million. People are buying it. Why? The sellers have identified an audience that needs it. People are also buying drinks of 100 naira. No problem.
Yeah.
But pricing is not a problem. So if you're a teacher, there are people willing to pay you 250,000 for 4 students. That's 1 million for training their children. So far, there will be successful outcomes. British International School or BIS, I think BIS, British. I learned that it's like for new people that are entering, pay 7 million. Maybe at the end of the year, maybe 20 million. There are some schools that take 40 million. But make no mistake, even if a school takes 100 million, it's not a guarantee that there will be successful outcomes. What is guaranteed is when you prepare, there will be successful outcomes. It's not how big the school is. It's not how school fees is. It's not how the name of the school is. No, it's the preparation. And the preparation is in the hands of the educators, which are the teachers and the people passing that education. So there are a lot of gaps to be closed. There are a lot of people looking for how to improve their children's educational outcomes. So these are gaps. Teachers can come in, but you can only come in when you brand yourself properly. When you show that you are an expert in the field. When you show that you have made others to pass before. When people refer you, word of mouth marketing. When you identify yourself as somebody who has provided value. Look at my record. This child was 50. I took him to 80, 90. This child was, in fact, 70. He delivered 100. This child, yeah. So people take you seriously. Everybody wants his child to get 100. But 100 does not mean that the child will be successful in life. That's another issue entirely. If not now, when? If you are not making that decision to sell yourself, when? But whether you like it or not, ladies and gentlemen, you sell yourselves every day of your life, whether you like it or you don't like it. If you are married, you sold yourself to your husband or your wife. If you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, you sold yourself to your girlfriend or your boyfriend before they agreed for you. Even if you have a friend, you made a friend with somebody, you sold friendship to. Every day you sell. Some people, I'm too shy, I can't sell. But you are selling every day. You are talking every day. You must use this to achieve positive outcomes. Build relationships. There's not, my former boss would say there's nothing like luck. He's correct. You don't get lucky, you plan. Interrogate the challenges that you've had, do the SWOT analysis, then get a team or yourself, talk about it, align on it, implement the plan. You monitor and evaluate the plan. That's as simple as that. Then you obtain feedback to ensure that the plan is going smoothly. Make sure you train daily and track your progress. Usain Bolt, I'm sure many of us have heard of Usain Bolt. He trained for 10 years all his life. But do you know what? He only ran 10 minutes in all his races that he won in the Olympics and World Championships. Some were 9 seconds, the other 9 seconds, at 10 seconds. He did not reach 10 minutes. Probably, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 6. He did not reach 10 minutes. But he was the world champion. And he trained for 10 years. So you have to train every day. Why do you have to train every day? So that you will get better. So that you will get better. You need to get better. You need to improve. You need to improve your skill. You need to get better. That's why you need to train on a daily basis. Training means you learn something new. You learn something new, and at least if you are a teacher, surely you are being trained every day because you are in school and you have to be better. And you're all good. Everybody here is good. At least even to be on this platform, Google Meet, you are good. You are using technology. Everybody here is good. But being good is not enough. You have to be better. Why? The world is highly dynamic. Things are changing. Don't be good. Be better. Everybody is good. There's nobody that is so bad. Everybody has a skill somehow. But don't be good. Be better. The people that do what others cannot do, they are the ones that will get very successful outcomes. The Dangotes, the Otedolas, they are doing something that everybody, if you are doing something nobody can do, or everybody else is not doing, and you are providing value, you'll be on top. So lastly, motivation for you is to communicate effectively, tailor fit to the audience. Make sure you have your body language, your diction, semantics, vocabulary. Okay, I wanted to say this. When you brand yourself to a point, you become very valuable. Wole Olanikwekun, a lawyer, I learned through an institution I went to around 2006. Wole Olanikwekun collected 200 million as consultation fee around 2006. What it means, he's a lawyer. What it means, oh, what's your case? Let me listen to your case. He has not gone to court to hear you out, your side of the story. He collected 200 million then, which that money now should be about 2 billion. Why did they pay him? Because his brand was valuable. By then he rarely lost cases, or probably didn't lose any case. So the same thing applies. Let me assume teachers. If you have great key metrics that are sustainable and verifiable, people will come. There are people all over looking for people to provide this kind of training. It can be outside the school. It can be within the school. However, let's assume a teacher is a school. If everybody in that school communicates the vision, links their skills to the mission and vision and objectives of that school, there will be successful outcomes. It's when the link is not there. Some people are doing this, some people are doing that, some people are not linking the objectives. They must align. Your skills must align with the mission and vision, because organizational success strategies must become organizational excellence. The only way is to link and align and blend your skills and activities to the mission and vision and objectives of whatever you're doing. Life is not luck. Create value. Okay, let's end here. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure being here. I thank the host, Miss Rahina. I also thank everyone that is here. Hopefully, probably we'll do this another time. Thank you so much.
We definitely will. Thank you very much, Mr. Kene. Wow, this is so nice and short. And in fact, I've already written 2 pages full. Thank you so much. Okay, I think I saw a hand up, Miss Kiafa Yerima. Miss Kiafa, I saw your hand up. Are you still here? Yes, Mrs. Yerima, please, can you please, you saw your hand up earlier on. Do you have a question?
Yes, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma'am.
He said that he's not sure if anyone is using a Nokia phone. So I want to tell him that I'm still using a Nokia phone. On a lighter note.
Okay. Miss Nokia, stay with your Nokia. Some of us have moved on. All right. Anyone, any other
Okay.
presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Nokia is actually one of the most powerful brands. One of the most, it's very strong, but what they don't have was linking their mission and vision to the needs of the audience as at then. Nokia was the best phone in the whole world, 98, 99, 2000 communicators. Nobody was using anything else. Right now, it's a very powerful phone. But if you don't meet the needs of the market, you might be the best, but you might not be accepted. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Miss Providence.
Yes. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much. I joined in a bit late, but I was able to catch up on a few, and it was really very enlightening. Thank you very much to the host and to the presenter. Thank you very much. Okay, so I have a concern, right? Okay, so just recently, um, okay, so I teach, right? And I used to teach full time, meaning like I was teaching in the school, right? So after the lockdown, I decided to go all virtual, online and strictly online. So even when I had offers to teach in a school, physical school, I turned it down, right? So I recently, someone contacted me. Okay. And the person was like, he's in Nigeria and his kids, they're abroad with his wife. And he asked for my services and someone recommended. And I told him, I sent him my proposal, right? He told me what he wanted, the hours, the days, and everything, right? So I sketched out my proposal and I sent it. Only for him to reach out to me and said, okay, he's going to discuss with his wife and get back to me on it. And a few days later, he contacted me and he said, okay, they will not be able to afford my services, meaning the issue they had was with my rate, right? So I don't know. So my question is, okay, so this is the first time this is happening to me. I've always had clients, or let me say, prospective clients that would reach out to me and they're ready to want to negotiate the rate, right? Okay. So I tell them a certain rate and they're like, okay, they're open to negotiate if I want to. But in this case, I don't know if creating a standard for yourself means that when you give a particular amount or set a particular range or rate for your services, you just stick to it, you just don't bend the rules, or Or did I do anything wrong not asking him what he would want to offer? Or should I have asked first before maybe giving out um, my proposal, my rates inclusive? So so at the end of the day, I didn't get a job. Although I charged him in dollars, being that the kids are not here, so that's another question on its own. Should I have charged him in naira, being that he is in Nigeria, but the family is abroad? So I'm just a bit caught up in between. So I don't know. So just moving on, I want to do better. I want to know if I did something that was out of line. So thank you very much. That's it for now.
Thank you. Mr. Kenneth?
Okay. Thank you very much, Ma. In that kind of
Thank you.
situation, when you are faced with critical pricing dilemma, so to say, what you can do is to amplify the value that the training hopes to achieve and the outcomes. You get probably a chart, show them what the aims and objectives will achieve and how you will achieve them, probably by Google Classroom, Meet, whatever means, online means that you are doing. Maybe you have an app, I don't know, whatever. But you tell them how you are going to measure it and the outcomes. You drive the value. You keep on emphasizing, but leave price. Price is not important. As I said, there are people that buy a bottle of Azul, 10 million. On Jumia, you can't buy that bottle 400,000, 300,000. But they will not buy it in Jumia. They will go to the club. So there's a pricing rate for everything. Yeah, well, if you had a dollar account, you can price in whatever currency you want to price in.
Yeah.
You can price in naira, you can price in dollar, but drive that value. Keep on driving. But it seems this client might have been referred from someone in Nigeria. Possibly that person, he now traveled abroad, so he might have an idea of the rates in Nigeria and all that. But you can drive the value. Drive the value first. Forget about the price. Drive the value. If what you are doing has great, delivers great, is value, delivers great value, and you have verifiable key metrics that can show that you have done this before and you succeeded, you can show them that. And wait, not everybody will buy from you. Not everybody will buy from you. You have people that buy cars 277 million. When they get on the main road, they'll be pricing granite and bole from the poor woman or poor hawker. They'll be pricing. But when they are buying a car of 700 million, they don't price. So it depends on how you want. You are in charge of the business. You know what you want. At times, if you want to give discounts, you are free. If you don't want to give discounts, you want to stick to your rates, you can stick to your rates. But you have to drive value and show how you have succeeded. Once you have shown that you are more or less the best person for this job, people will come to you for any price. There's something I didn't say in the presentation. A duck and a chicken. We eat the chicken more, but the duck eggs are equally, even I think, more nutritious than chicken eggs. But the chicken makes noise. But chicken makes noise, but the duck goes to a corner to hide. People even think that the duck is associated with witchcraft, charms, and all that. Nobody eats it. Everybody avoids it. But people eat the chicken. Why? The chicken makes noise. That's why everyone that is interested in, resonating with the audience should make noise. Make noise doesn't not mean you should run on the main road like a jester or a clown. No, you need to be online. You need to be aware of industry things. Your value statements, your brand message needs to be out there. You need to be on platforms. You need to put, people you have helped to achieve successful outcomes. Do their videos, put them online. You need to make noise. Let people see when you are laughing in the dark or when you are achieving something in the dark. All your achievements is like winking in the dark. Nobody knows, only you knows.
Yeah.
So you need to. That's my response. Thank you very much.
And
Thank you very much.
One more thing is Providence. Sometimes, like I do this a lot. Sometimes you ask, what are you willing to pay? And like for him that is here in Nigeria and family are in abroad, you could have asked, which currency would you prefer to pay in? Foreign currency or Nigerian money. That could have,
Okay.
yes, that could have you sometimes you I understand what you're going through because I've been in fact I am in those shoes right now. So you give an option of payment. Then like you said, apart from the value, who has referred you? How does the person know what is your what's your testimony? Where can it be found? You know, our job is based on reference, especially when you are doing you are private, you're doing private tutoring, you're doing online. It mainly is on reference basis. This one will tell
Yes.
the friend, this one will tell So what are those people that are referring you? And where is your own testimony? Like he said, where is your own proof? Then sometimes you can ask, okay, if he has said he's not doing anymore, ask what happened? Why? What's the matter? Try to find out so that if not for anything, so that you can better yourself for your next client.
Okay.
So that if the person said, I couldn't because your rates are high or timing or whatever it is, then you can know whether to say, okay, fine, we can work it out. Can we check it? Or you can decide also because some people also I probably give a high rate. When I've discussed with the person, I've seen this kind of person will give me a problem. I give the person high rate, knowing that the person will say no. Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes also I give a high rate and I know that because I know that this person can afford it. Then
Yeah.
I also look at the person also and I say, okay, this person, if I give this person this amount, the person might not be able to meet up. So for this person, I'll tell the person, I'm doing this for you.
Okay.
Yes, so that is the way I have been operating and it's been working for me.
Okay.
All right. Does that answer
Okay.
your question?
Thank you so much.
All right. So Mr. Kene, Mr. Timmy asked, he said, marketing yourself on LinkedIn, how do you get parents that need your services? He's a math tutor.
Okay. If I got that correct, how do you get clients that need your services on LinkedIn?
Yes.
Okay. Firstly, when you are branding yourself on LinkedIn, you have to first of all start with optimizing your profile. You put your skills, experience, your achievements, and your type of person. This is a very, very key. SEAT, SEAT, your skills, your achievements, your skills, your education, your achievements, and your type of person. So you need on LinkedIn, you need organic followers, people that you have actually delivered for. If they're on LinkedIn, you could add them, and they could also give testimonial videos, and you need organic following to do that. On LinkedIn is a professional site. Yes, you might get some leads from LinkedIn, but leads, the main leads will come outside LinkedIn because LinkedIn is not particularly a school; it's a professional site, so to say. Yeah, teaching is a profession. Yes, you have, but where a maths teacher can actually math. Thank you very much. Maths is a critical, demanded course for anything aside from arts. And yeah, apart from the arts, everybody needs to pass maths and English. So the key metrics of the maths teacher need to be shown. Yes, you are a maths teacher. What are your key metrics? What is your pass rate? How have you improved outcomes? Maths is a lot of people run away from mathematics, but it's actually very great course, interesting. So the mathematics teacher can actually prove everybody needs mathematics and everybody wants to improve. The mathematics teacher can get leads from the school is on the assumption that is a teacher working in a school. The school is teaching from other schools, parents, and to do this, key metrics must be amplified. Everybody wants, it's like buying from the market. Everybody wants to buy from something that is trustworthy oh, the best, or is this okay? Can this person do this? Once people see you are an expert, you are delivering, you have key metrics. 100 people train under you, 90 of them have passed. The remaining ones are just average, but 90 are people will actually refer. So word of referral, testimonials, then self-development in terms of LinkedIn optimization. It helps. It helps. Some people can contact you. You could verify your LinkedIn, but you need an NFC enabled phone, like something like Camon 30. Yeah, Camon 30, Xiaomi 13C. Yeah, those phones that have NFC. You verify it, you come online. So that's what a maths teacher can actually do. That's what a maths teacher can actually, and anybody. Thank you.
Okay, to add to that, Mr. Timmy, well, let me use the opportunity to market myself. Now, for the optimization, for the optimization, I do that for teachers. I have one of my students here, Miss Praise. She will testify to it. I do LinkedIn for teachers. That it's a 2-week intensive exercise for teachers on how to optimize your page and how to sell your brand. That's what I do. That's one of the things I do on LinkedIn. Now, another way you can market yourself. Some people want to market themselves, but then the thank you, Miss Praise. But then what they do is to only connect with people in their niche. For instance, if I had only connected with teachers, I would not have gotten Mr. Kenneth to be here today. So that's another thing about networking. Who are you connecting with? You can't want to look for clients on LinkedIn and then all the people you are meeting are teachers. Come on, teachers, all the teachers. I think I can do a bit for my child if I put my mind to it as a teacher. So I may not need you. But if I tell Mr. Kene now, he looks at my profile and he sees that I teach French very well and he wants to teach his children to learn French, he can contact me. So who are your contacts on LinkedIn? Then LinkedIn is not the only place. Sell your market on every other social media handle. When you post whatever you've done on LinkedIn, post it also on Facebook. Post it also on Instagram if you're there. On Twitter, make videos. Post on TikTok. Make videos. Post on YouTube. So that you're versatile. You don't know who can see you. Then again, word of mouth testimony, like I was telling Miss Providence. Word of mouth. Who is telling who what? Who have you taught before? Tell the parent to refer you. So that's another way. It may not be so big, but that's a way that people. In fact, what am I saying? A lot of people have gotten clients teaching jobs on LinkedIn. How? What also do you post on LinkedIn? What do you post on LinkedIn? Is it just you're just posting? Some people are just, you see that some people just post videos. Some people just post their picture and then talk about something different. You want to sell akara, for instance, and talking about rice. Some people, what they post things without putting up pictures. People like to see pictures. So you see, it's there are lots of things you can do. Marketing yourself on LinkedIn actually is very easy. Getting parents is very easy. But who are your connections? That's what you should also consider. I hope we have been able to answer that question. Thank you, Mr. Timmy. All right, Miss Praise, I saw your hand up a while back.
Yes, ma.
Okay.
I was going to ask a question, but when Mr. Kinney was replying the question Miss Providence asked, he kind of
Okay.
threw light to me. I was going to say, okay, when my own concept or the concept I used to have on marketing is you have to be out there. Like you just have to be there. Everybody has to be seeing you and all of that stuff. So I want to ask, what if maybe as a teacher, you're not the out there kind of person. So how can you create this balance between marketing your brand and still having your space?
Okay, thank you very much, ma. In a nutshell, you can take advantage of the online platforms as Ms. Rahina just mentioned. You don't have to be physically present. You can market people online. Your brand presence should have a good brand engagement. Brand engagement is all those activities that you do on social media handles. How do you engage with the audience? Your organic followers. How often do you chat with them one-on-one? How often do you throw videos? Videos are very helpful, especially videos, testimonial videos, and action videos. They are very helpful. So these things actually, marketing is on it. You know, I want to give a simplified view of some of these things. It's just aiding the sales process. Sales is collecting money from somebody through a channel for a service or a product that's been delivered. Marketing is just aiding. So marketing your brand online, you can do that online. And right now, there are billions of people online globally. You can be reached from by anybody. About 5 people have reached me from abroad. One guy from something like it's Brazil, some countries. Funny, 5 people have reached me for different things. Some a presentation, some job offers. Some I was interviewed. Some I didn't know them. Why? They looked at my profile, and they saw it from whatever destination they were. The same thing applies to a brand person. Whatever you are doing, be online and be strategic about your branding. If you are branding something like products, products, shoes, bags, you need to be more on Facebook and Instagram. If it's professional services you're providing, you need to be on LinkedIn because it's a purely professional site. It might not thrive in other sites. But then TikTok, you can put your videos, put them all out there, put them on platforms. You can put your videos everywhere, but nowhere to concentrate. And that's
Yeah.
part of knowing your audience. Know where your audience exists. Potential people that need your product. What handles would they be? What's their age group? What time are they awake? This will guide you on how you actually go about your branding campaigns or marketing campaigns. It's quite interesting, and I think you'll do very well in your campaigns. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now,
Ma, I can't hear you. I don't know if it's just me.
I can hear you, Miss Praise. I can hear you.
Yeah, I can't hear.
No, I think she's
Oh,
trying to make a change.
all right. Sorry, my network went off. Sorry. Okay. Miss Prince, I was going to say, if you remember, I hope everyone can hear me.
Yes,
Yes,
ma.
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, please.
If you can remember when we're doing LinkedIn for teachers, I explained to you, I said to you guys that you need to identify your niche. Okay. Now, in identifying your niche, you need to, on LinkedIn, you need to always, not always, but put out what you do. For instance, if I didn't put out what I do, would you have known anything about LinkedIn for teachers?
No, ma'am.
Exactly. So that is an advert. So you need to, now because I'm doing LinkedIn for teachers, I advertised it on LinkedIn, not on Facebook, not on Instagram, because I've tried it before and nobody there even responded to me. You understand? So and the only other place I advertised this was on my WhatsApp status. So few people got interested there. So you need to, once in a while, you need to put out, this is who I am, this is what I do. For instance, if I go, in fact, if I, on all the social media platforms, if I go, everybody knows me as, I always talk about teachers. I am the teacher. I always want to do something about teacher. I'm doing this for teacher, this for the teacher. Why I've put myself out. Now that does not mean that I don't do other things. If you go to my TikTok, apart from what I talk about teachers, you see where I am cooking. I am doing something concerning art with my children. You go on YouTube, it's the same thing. If you go on Instagram, on Facebook, I'm also talking about other, I'm talking about political things, I'm talking about religious things, I'm talking about school also. And then even on LinkedIn, once in a while, I talk about, I think, yeah, I've spoken about the rain before, about my children playing under the rain. I've spoken about when I made my children wash clothes on LinkedIn. Why? Now, I'm not only there to advertise myself, but so that you also see that I'm a human being. I'm a mother. I am a wife. So I am a sister. I also live, I have my other parts of life that I live. So that brings the human aspect of me. So people can say they know me as a teacher, but they also know that I have children. They also know that I do one or two things. So you need to do the other, both of them. In as much as you're advertising yourself for your brand, but you should also bring your human side. That doesn't mean you should not post anything concerning where you went to eat. No, you can do that. But remember, advert is necessary. Coke still advertise their products. YouTube is even advertising. DSTV still advertises. So why not you? You need to market yourself. You are a brand. So you need to market yourself. It's very important. Okay, so any other question? Any other question, anyone? Okay, I think there's no more question. So we've come to the end of this session. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Kene, for your time, for carefully explaining some of the difficult words for us, making us know how to brand ourselves, and all that. So I'm going to get the slides from Mr. Kene so that in case if you want, please reach out to me. Please follow him on Instagram. He's there on Instagram as Mr. Kenechukwu Enemo. You can further ask him some more questions if you want. Like I said, collaboration is key. Who knew that I could call a marketer to come talk to teachers? You know, so please, thank you everyone for joining, for your time. I know that you got value because I got serious value. Me myself, and it's possible I'm still going to contact Mr. Kenneth to ask one or two questions. And then Mr. Kenneth, I'll call you again. Please keep your calendar free anytime we call upon you. Please.
Thank
No,
you
no, no,
very
we
much,
don't
ma.
do teachers. We are going to, for teachers, for this LinkedIn for teachers, I plan to get in different people from different niche to come and speak to teachers, you know, health professionals to come to talk to us. We've had customer service representative before, you know. So teachers, we connect with everybody. So this is not going to be the end. We're going to have more. Thank you, everyone, for this time. God bless you for your time, Mr. Kenneth. God bless you for your time. He did this for us for free, for free. Thank you so, so much, sir. God bless you.
Thank you
Thank you,
very much,
Miss
ma. Thank
Neka.
you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. And good night, everyone.
Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Good night, all. You can end your call. Thank you. Please, everyone, you can end your call. Thank you.